Welcome to the video, everyone. So today is competition day, so this is my second official powerlifting meet and this is my third ever powerlifting, and the camera's going. This is my third competition ever in powerlifting, but it's my second official one. Now I wanted to try and document this, but really all my mind is thinking about is my competition. Just to give a little bit of backstory for this, since Christmas I was 101 kilograms and I'm in the 93 kilogram weight class. Now that's a lot of weight to lose. I started tracking my macros. If you want to know more about what I did and how I tracked my food to lose weight, just comment below and I'll make that video. So I tracked my food. I lost about 6 kilograms. So I weighed myself yesterday at 95 kilograms. However, today's the day of the competition, so I had 2 kilograms to lose. Now, with my coach, and I would stress that I did this with my coach's supervision, I did a water cut, and I also used a sauna and a bath. I used Epsom salts with my sauna, and I used, with my bath, and I used the sauna that I'll show you a picture of me in it, which is hilarious. I'm literally half an hour away from going and weighing in. I've hope that I've lost enough water in this process, but we'll see. I think I should be fine, but if I'm not, then I just lift in the weight category up. But obviously I want to lift in the category I'm supposed to, which is 93. I'm really nervous, if you haven't already noticed, but I'm really excited. Obviously powerlifting is something I'm very passionate about. I try to not let my ileostomy affect it. However, my ileostomy has been on my mind with me dehydrating myself, because obviously we lose a lot of water just by having an ileostomy. So I've got Diorolite with me. I've got a lot of stuff with a lot of glucose in, fructose, sugars, quick sugars, slow sugars, obviously essential salts. They're going to go in to my body as soon as I weigh in, and then that's all I'm going to be filling my body with is just sugar and salt and sugar and salt until the comp is over, and then I'll start incorporating protein and fats, because there's no point putting fats in right now because they're slower digesting, and I might feel bloated and a bit sickly, and if I have protein, that definitely is going to slow my digestive system down over everything else, which I mentioned in my previous video, and I don't want that to happen. So that's a little bit of background. I'm hoping that maybe I can qualify for All England today, depending on what I can lift. But we'll see if I can even make weight. So follow this video if you're interested. Give this video a like, and I'll catch you at the weigh-ins. Also thought I'd mention there is a storm going on at the moment. So if I'm having to put a towel down, because if you can see, there are drips of water actually coming through my front door. So yesterday we were at the gym and we built a little wall to keep the water back. We also built a little trench out the back where water usually comes in. So yesterday I was at the gym helping out that. So the storm might actually stop the competition. At the moment I know the competition's on, but the storm is still going, so it might be cut short. I really hope it isn't. So anyway, off to weigh-ins. So weighed in at 92 kg, 0.6, so 92.6 kg. Feeling pretty good. I've had 2 lots of Diorolite. I have had about 3 litres of water, 2 litres of water. I've had a lot of sugar. I've had a pack of gum, like jelly babies, and another pack of these like drumstick things. So feeling pretty good. The gym at the back did flood. However, I'm outside right now, and as you can see, it's not raining for now. But I'm feeling pretty good. I've got changed. I'm in my gear, and I've lost just over 2 kilograms in weight in water. So I'm hoping to get as much of that in as I can now. They're finishing up the deadlifts for flight A. There's a flight B to go, and then I can start warming up. So I'm getting as much in as myself as possible right now, so that my body has time to process it and get it into my muscles and get my muscles prepared, full of glycogen again, full of water, exactly what I need to execute as best I can. I've asked my brother to bring me some more Lucozade, just in case I run out of like sugary drinks. He'll be here at 2, so that's all I can update you on. I'll warm up and then probably just put the lifts up. Maybe it's so busy in there, I've had to come outside, and if it rains I'm not coming outside with this camera, it's not waterproof, so I'll either talk afterwards or just show the lifts as I go. So hopefully be warming up now. So it's a couple of days after the competition, and I didn't want to continue filming because it's so busy in the gym, it was busy in the weight room, and also I just wanted to concentrate on what I was doing. I really wanted to just put the blinders on and focus on why I was there and what I needed to do. So I was warming up for squats, and that's the last thing that you saw in the video. Now, when I went out for squats, I was opening with 200 kilograms, something that I've been doing each week. And yeah, I was nervous because so many people before me had just got called for depth. I think someone even failed the lift. Like yeah, Ben fell forward. So I was really nervous. However, I knew I could do it. I'd done it before. I was feeling strong. Even though I was depleted from the water, I actually felt quite good at the time. A little bit sick from eating too much, and I've learned, and I'm not going to do that in the future. But I went out and I did my 200.
Go Joe. Easy.
So I hit it. I think it went really well. It was quite smooth. Obviously didn't get called for depth. And all I wanted to do was repeat that. I hit my opener, now I'm full of confidence. I'm going to go out there, absolutely smash the next one. We did 205 for the next lift. And 205 was... Well, it was a grinder. I thought it was just a misgroove on my part. I went a little forward out of the bottom because I didn't give myself as much of an angle. So when I start my lift, I always kind of put my hips back and drop down, but I didn't drop enough. I stayed too upright, and then at the bottom I shifted back. But it's just one of those things. I got the lift though. I came out and I looked at my coach and was like, 210, and he's like, 207.5, and I'm like, come on, 210. And he's like, that was a grinder. Like that had a port, like that was a hard lift. And he was like, don't question me, I know what I'm doing. I watch you lift every single day. And he's right, and I should have shut up, and I did, and listened to him because he knows what he's on about. He is my coach, and that's why he's handling me, because he's an experienced guy. He's been to worlds, he's been the best in the world. Yeah, I shut up and I listened to my coach. So I went out and went for 207.5. Now I failed that lift, and whilst I was a bit disappointed that I failed the lift, you know, I still did a 15 kilogram PB. So the last time I was in comp, I hit a 190, and this is 205. I wanted 210, and I really cared about 210, and I shouldn't have done. I'm never going to go into a competition caring solely on numbers anymore. Like, I'm going to go in and just hit what I can on the day, because not hitting 210 is taken away from the fact that I have a really good PB, and I should be proud of it. I've come in depleted, and I was still able to hit some good numbers. So I'm never going to go into a comp like that ever again. So I've learned that. I also don't want to snack so much. Like, I ate a lot of sweets before I was like lifting to re-carb up, and I just felt sickly and gassy and stuff. Like I was burping a lot, which obviously I didn't feel good in myself. So started warming up for deadlifts. No, that's not how it goes. I started warming up for bench press, and what I'd realised is I'd actually hurt myself a little bit because I failed my squat. So I pulled a little something in my back. It's the same thing that I've pulled in the past, and I was a little bit worried, but I was like, you know, there's a while before we deadlift. I'm not going to be using my lower back in the bench. It'll get time to rest. I'll be okay. So started warming up for bench, getting into that position where you get a bit of an arch, like getting back, getting my shoulders down, getting my traps back. I could feel my lower back was really tight. I tried rolling it out. I had someone use the gun on me, like this massage gun thing. Went out and hit my first bench. So I opened with 130 kilograms. which is the same as the last lift I did. So it's the best lift I've ever done, and I'm matching it as my opener, which is awesome. I hit that, it felt really easy, it felt really, not light in my hands, but it just was smooth, is how I would describe it. And then went for 135.
Go on, Joe.
Didn't get it. I don't think I really used much leg drive. I also like dropped it just a tad before it touched my chest. It was a little bit of a bounce, and so I misgrooved like I did in my squat, and I really needed to execute the bench perfectly for it to go well. Also, because I got it halfway up and I fought it for so long, I feel like I wasted a lot of energy. I don't know if I should have just gone, oh, it's a misgroove. I don't know if in future to go, right, that's a misgroove, I'm not going to fight through it, so I can save myself for the next lift. Because what if you don't fight and then you never get it because you've got no fight in you, you've got no grind. So it's one of those, like, if I'd have just give up on it straight away, I might have been able to do better in the next lift. So I kind of gave away the next lift, but I went for 135 again, and I didn't get it. It went like this.
Go on, Joe.
So it's similar. Instead of pushing, I pushed away from me the first time, and this time I pushed too much this way. So I kind of went this way. I was flared too early, so I didn't get to the use of my chest as much. And then I'm flared, and then it's all tricep. I'm just in a really bad position. It's not the way I was taught to bench, and I didn't do it right. So I didn't get the lift, and that's it. I kind of felt bad coming out of that, but I was like focusing on deadlifts. But also my back was really bothering me by this point. It hadn't really got better, it just got worse. It just kind of like tightened up the more I benched every lift. It was like the more I got into that arch position, the more it kind of I could just feel like someone's hands around my spine at the lower back. I rolled again, I stretched, but it was making me nervous, and I was like, I'm not opening with 200, because if I go out there, try and open with 200 and I can't get it, and I fail the lift, it's not just on me, it's on my team. So my team are relying on me to at least hit my opener to get a total, because if I don't get my total, they're just out of the competition. I lowered my opener to 190 kilograms on the deadlift because it actually hurt to brace. So when I was taking a big breath in and pushing into my belt and stuff, that really hurt. It was uncomfortable, and it's still giving me a bit of jip right now. But I warmed up, and Paul in the back room, the guy who was like managing us in the back room and watching our lifts and putting weights on the bar for us, he told me, don't do reps if it's bothering your back, just do singles and warm up with singles. So that's what I did. 150 felt good, I think, and then I did 170, and then I did, because if 170 hurt, I was going to open with 180, but 170 didn't hurt, 180 didn't hurt, so I went out. And one night I moved, I didn't hurt my back because I was keeping it flat. If it flexed in any way, it would really hurt. So I had to really keep as tight as possible, but without a full brace. I couldn't really breathe all the way in because it hurt. So I did my 190, and then I looked at my coach, and he basically said, do what you can, but if you're hurting, don't injure yourself more, just go in for weights. So he was really supportive. I looked at him and said 200. So at least now, if I hit a 200 kilogram deadlift, I will come out with a 15 kg PB on my total, which is great. And that went great. Like, I didn't hurt myself. I did feel that it was pulling me forward, so I'm really glad I didn't open with it because of the nerves, but it was smooth, but it was slow. Like, it was a slow movement, and I thought, I can't grind because my back really hurts. If I go for a 210, I don't think it's there because I'm moving the bar so slow, and I don't want it to get away from me and I hurt myself. So we put 205 on the bar.
Go on, go on. Go on, get on me! Go on! Go on!
So I got 205. I've got a 540 kilogram total. Really, really happy. Like, my back was giving me a lot of problems. I lay on the floor. I had my friends take my shoes off. I had my friends pick up a lot of my gear for me. So, like, I was really lucky that I was able to even hit 3 deadlifts. But what's even luckier is the fact that the 2 people that I was lifting with are absolute beasts. So John Hume's going to Worlds. John Mallon, I can't remember what his total was now, but it was a lot. For someone he literally just injured his shoulder like a month or so beforehand. He dislocated it, and he still went in there and did like a 270 kilogram deadlift, which is mad. So, because the people I was with were so friggin' strong, I was the weakest, but, you know, I was put in with a good group. We won. We actually won. So I'm going to put that close to the thing. So we won. If I'd have gone out there and failed that last, like, gone out there with a 200 kilogram deadlift and failed it and didn't do anything, like, they wouldn't have won. So by not being selfish and putting my opener down and not listening, like, not going for the numbers and not being an ego lifter, we got the total in, we got the IPF points that we needed, and it was like 7 points between us and second. But we won, and, you know, I absolutely love this sport. I think it's brilliant. I couldn't have done it without, obviously, the 2 people I was lifting with. I couldn't have done it without my coach, who's been, like, watching everything I do, giving me great advice, helping me, like, lose the weight up to the competition, then lending me his sauna to use at home so that I made weight. And the community that's around me, I'm very lucky that I'm a part of a weightlifting club or a powerlifting club, not a gym. It's not just a gym, it's an actual place that everybody goes to get better, and we try and help each other get better. And if you want to come to the gym, I'll link it below if you're in the UK. But if you want my coach to be your coach, he does online coaching now. Technology has allowed us to be able to communicate across the world, so he can watch your lifts, and, you know, I mean, he's given me like 100 kilogram PB on my total, and, like, he's really experienced. He's been the best in the world before, and he's trained people to go to Worlds. So if you want a really good powerlifting coach, I'd highly recommend him. I couldn't have done what I'm doing without him, and he's obviously really good when it comes to my ileostomy and my disability. He's understanding, but also he knows to kick me up the arse when I'm being a little git. So thank you for watching the video. I'm sorry it wasn't more training footage of the actual competition. However, like I said, it was packed, it was crazy. So thank you for watching. Give the video a like if you liked it. Comment down below if you'd want to hear more, or if you have any questions, and I'll catch you all in the next video.